Hello everyone, this is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne, and I'm bringing you a video tonight titled Sexually Attractive Men and Their Neutral Experiences with Women. It's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. Hey, I built the set, no more couch. Doing something a little different, man. I'm gonna tweak this set until I get it right, man. I hope you like this nice, sexy young lady, and this art behind me, man. I had to set the ambiance and the mood, man. It was time for something different. I listened to you all, and I delivered. So let's get right to it. Sexually attractive men and their neutral experiences with women. The cornerstone of the sexually attractive man is that he's never afraid to lose any woman because he's fully found himself. He's never afraid to lose any woman because he's fully found himself. The sexually attractive man, he has rules of engagement because he's fully engaged in himself. The sexually attractive man's experience with women are neutral because he's neutral within himself. He has a full awareness and understanding of himself. The sexually attractive man operates at the top of Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. At the top of Maslow's hierarchy of human needs, there's self-actualization. And self-actualization is a deep oneness, awareness, and appreciation of yourself. If you can adopt that perspective and way of seeing the world and understanding and acceptance of yourself, everything in your world will be neutral. Every approach to beautiful women will be neutral because you're neutralized within yourself. You see nothing above you because you have a deep oneness, awareness, and appreciation of yourself. And that's the balanced life of the sexually attractive man because he takes a balanced version of himself through life, and his approach to life is very balanced because he does not value anything above himself. He understands that with beautiful women, he has enough to offer them that they have the choice to be in full recognition of who he is. So he doesn't coerce, he doesn't chase, he doesn't convince. He just presents himself. And it's really that simple. That's why he sees no woman above him, because he's not above himself, he's neutral. And he understands that he's only going to engage with women who have a neutral understanding of the value that he's offering to them. And she doesn't have an overinflated sense of the value that she's offering to him. That's called neutral. So he's not afraid to lose any woman, because if he was afraid to lose any woman, then he would be losing himself. The sexually attractive man has a healthy fear of losing himself. And he has that healthy fear of losing himself because if he overextends himself to any woman, then that means he's making her more valuable than he is. So if he is afraid to lose the woman, then that means he does not fear losing himself. But since he has a sense of self, then naturally he's never afraid to lose any woman. And then he has rules of engagement. So he's not afraid to tell every woman that he approaches, or he's not afraid to tell every woman in his space exactly what he wants and why he's there. And he's not afraid because he's not afraid to lose himself. He's at one with himself. So every woman must agree, or else she has to get left behind, because he has a fear. He does not have a fear of losing her. He has more of a fear of losing himself. And that's why his world is neutral, and that's why his world is balanced. That's a sexually attractive man right there. And he has rules of engagement. He has rules of engagement because he has principles and precepts that every woman must abide by if she's going to enter and remain in his space. And in these principles, he's accepted the man that he is. He's accepted what brings him optimal pleasure, fulfillment, and joy. So he's going to tell every woman exactly why he's there. He's going to talk to her in a very straight line. And he's unafraid to lose her because she either agrees with his proclamations of why he's there, or she has to disappear. And the sexually attractive man, he's not afraid of rejection. He's not afraid of rejection because if a woman rejects him, she's just not moving in fluidity with what he wants. And he doesn't care. He's not governed by his ego. He's governed by his sense of self. So his world is balanced and his world is neutral. And that's the cornerstone of the sexually attractive man. And that's why he has neutral experiences with women, because he's not afraid to lose any woman. He's more afraid of losing himself. And so as soon as a sexually attractive man approaches a woman and she rejects him, that woman immediately becomes invisible. And she becomes invisible because she does not desire him the way that he desires himself. So she becomes invisible and immediately forgettable because his eye is always open and his eyes are always fixated on the women who want him exactly the way that he wants her. So a woman rejecting him does not throw him out of pocket. It does not throw him off of his equilibrium because he's fully engaged in himself. And the rejection doesn't sting because as the sexually attractive man who has worked on himself, who's bringing the best version of himself through life, who's fully at peace and at one with himself, at the top of Maslow's hierarchy of human needs, that man is presenting exactly what he wants. And if the woman doesn't give him that in return, she's forgettable and she's invisible because he's so fixated on the collection of women who want him exactly the way that he wants her. So that's why his world is always neutral. It's always neutral. He wakes up every day, the sexually attractive man. He opens his eyes and he tells life that I am enough. And he goes throughout his day telling life that he's enough. Meaning that he only has an eye for things and people every day as he goes throughout his day that view him in accordance with how he views himself. That's why his world is always neutral. When you overextend yourself to a woman, then you're point blank telling her that she's more valuable than you. And a man that is not solid and that is not neutral, he can be tossed to and fro. Being neutral means you have a solid foundation that's unshakable. But if you overvalue anything above yourself, you don't have a foundation and you can be tossed in any direction and taken into any direction. And that means you don't have a sense of self. But the only way to go through life in a neutral capacity is to have an extremely strong sense of self. That's why Maslow's hierarchy of human needs, at the top of it is self-actualization, a deep oneness, awareness, and appreciation of yourself. Everything begins and ends with you when you're the neutralized, sexually attractive man. Consequently, every experience that you have with the world and with beautiful women is going to be favorable because it's neutral. There's a mutual recognition and reverence of each other. That's the only situation that the sexually attractive man engages in, and that's why his world is consistently and constantly neutral. You want your experiences as you go through life to be neutral because those are optimal, satisfactory, and enjoyable experiences. You have to go through life understanding that you are enough because you only have an eye for women who deem you as enough. Every woman who doesn't see you as you see yourself is invisible. She's forgettable. And she has to be, because that's the only way to keep your eyes open for the women who view you exactly the way that you view yourself, who have the reverence, who have the anticipation, who have the respect for you, because that is the optimized and the most heightened experience that you can possibly have in life and with beautiful women. Everything has to be a match. But you don't encounter your match until you fully inhaled yourself. And that's the cornerstone of the sexually attractive man. And yes, he does have rules of engagement because he's fully engaged in himself. So a woman, naturally, when she encounters the sexually attractive man, is going to offer herself to him. She's going to make proclamations and declarations according to the magnitude of the man that's in front of her. But just because she makes the proclamations and the declarations doesn't necessarily mean that she's going to continue to move in congruence with how she should move being in the space of a man like you. So her words mean nothing. They're empty proclamations until her movements consistently align with her words. And so you're going to have some short encounters with women. They're going to say one thing, they're going to offer themselves to you, and then their actions are going to be opposite of the proclamations that they made as they recognized the magnitude of man that was in front of them and they offered themselves to you. You're going to have some women that you've had sexual encounters with who flip the script on you, who try to bring you into submission, who try to disrespect you after you all had a sexual encounter. Because she thinks she gave you some pussy, but you, as the grounded, sexually attractive man who's neutral, understands that you two had sex. She thinks her pussy is a gift, and you understand that dick is a gift, straight up. You're neutral because you understand the pool of men that she has to choose from. She offered herself to you because she was on holy ground. She was in the space of a man who exuded an energy and an essence and a level of desirability that she rarely encounters. That's why she offers herself to you. But when she thinks she's above you, once she convinces herself that she's above you, she's going to flip the script. She's going to introduce the games. She's going to introduce the power plays. She's going to try to remove the neutral energy that allowed her to enter your space. And once she does that, as a sexually attractive man, you dismiss her because your space has to be neutral. There's only women in your space who recognize and revere you, and they have to continuously do that in order to remain. It's really that simple. And they always come back. They always come back because you understand her dating pool. She understands her dating pool. The women who can stay are the women who recognize you and don't have to do anything disrespectful in order to have a delayed recognition of who you are. That's why the women come back, because they recognize you, their ego got in the way, and they tried to neutralize you. And then they have to go back out there to inferior men who don't love themselves, who are not neutral. And then she's frustrated with them, and she's looking for the optimal experience with a neutral, sexually attractive man, and then she comes back. She's frustrating herself. So some women will have an immediate recognition of you, and they'll continue to move in accordance with the recognition of you, and they can stay. Some women will have the recognition, but they'll try to flip the script. They'll try to neutralize your masculinity and put themselves above your masculinity, your understanding of yourself, and you dismiss them. And they have to go back into the world and have inferior experiences with inferior men because they are inferior women. And when they come back, you drop them off. So she had, the latter woman had the delayed recognition of who you are. The first woman was able to enter your space and stay because she had an immediate recognition of who you are. And her movements never changed. Her words were not flattery. Her words were absolute truth and recognition of the magnitude of man that you are. The energy that exuded off of you, it energized her. The attractiveness that embodied you because you love yourself from the inside out, it stained her mind. And she could not in any way convince herself to go without your presence. There's no canceling, there's no games, no power plays. She immediately wants to be a fixture in your life. The woman who has a delayed recognition of who you are wants to be a toiling presence in your life. She wants to toil. She wants to be tossed back to and fro. She wants to play with you. But that woman cannot stay because she's not in full recognition of the magnitude of man that you are. Her words were flattery, and the first woman's words, who can stay in your space, were absolute recognition of the magnitude of man that you are. There's a huge difference. But only one can stay because the sexually attractive man has neutral experiences with women. Because he's neutralized within himself, because he has a full understanding of himself. And if you go through life that way, you'll never have any regrets. You won't be bitter because you liked the woman, you all had sex, and you had to let her go. There will be no, man, I wish things went a certain way. Man, she looks so good, man. If only she could. No, she has to get the fuck out of there. And she has to stay out of there. And they're going to come back, but your masculinity has to be intact. I'll say it again. She's going to come back, but your masculinity has to be intact, meaning that the door is permanently shut when she introduces a level of disrespect that's not in congruence with the experience that you're giving to her, because you're a neutral, cerebral, mentally healthy, and sexually attractive man. Sexually attractive men do not fumble good situations, whether it's casual, dating, relationships, because he has an understanding of himself and he has a recognition of women that are moving in congruence with the understanding that he has of himself. So he's not going to fumble a good woman, but women consistently fumble him because they would rather dominate him than experience him because they're governed by ego. But the woman who can handle the neutral situation, she's governed by recognition. She's governed by humility. She's governed by her thankfulness for a man of your magnitude entering her space and giving her a space to stay. So all of your experiences with women have to be neutral. You don't fear losing any woman. You don't regret any woman that you had to let go because she's forgettable, even if you all had sex. The sexually attractive man is not governed by sex. He's governed by the experience that he's given to women, and he's governed by the reality that experience has to consistently come back if the woman is going to remain in his space. He's governed by self. He's self-actualized. He has a deep oneness, awareness, and appreciation of himself. And if you move through life with that level of awareness and that mantra, then your world will always be neutral. You won't see any woman as beyond your grasp. Her beauty means nothing to you because she's only beautiful until she proves she's desirable. So every woman looks the same, regardless of her beauty, until she reveres you the way you revere yourself, and then she becomes desirable. The neutral, sexually attractive man only has neutral experiences with women because he only has desirable women in his space and in his atmosphere. That's the game. That's the game right there. You love yourself enough to instinctively engage in neutral situations, in mutually recognizable situations where you two neutrally recognize and respect and desire one another. That's when your world remains balanced because your stance is neutral. No woman can make you lose your shit. As a neutral, sexually attractive man, women will admire you wherever you go. So you're definitely not afraid to lose any woman. You'll have straight men admire your presence and your presentation because something inside of you is speaking to the man inside of them that needs to be awakened. The sexually attractive man is an inspirational whirlwind. So become that man, have neutral experiences, and understand that nothing is ever above you because you fully inhaled yourself. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach. This bring you a video talking about the sexually attractive man and his neutral experiences with women. It's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. If you want me to make a custom video on a topic that you want me to speak on, make a donation of $50 or more to my PayPal or my Cash App that's in my video description. There's a note feature in PayPal and Cash App where you can leave the subject of the video that you want me to make in conjunction with your donation of $50 or more. And once you send your donation and your note goes through, then I will make your video in 24 hours or less and have it on my channel, Matthew C. Horne Dating. If your subject matter is too in-depth to just leave a note, then you make your donation of $50 or more to my PayPal and my Cash App that's in my video description, and then you email me at matt@matthewchorne.com with your more in-depth description of what you want me to speak on and make your custom video on. I will fully take a look at whatever you send me, and your video will be on my channel, Matthew C. Horne Dating, in 24 hours or less. And if this video has been of value to you, if your thought process have been elevated as a result of encountering my message, be sure to drop something in my donation information, my PayPal or my Cash App that's in my video description. You donate according to however you've been inspired. That's all I ever ask. And if you're in need of coaching, if my voice resonates with you and you have particular issues in the dating space that you're looking to overcome, then I am your dating coach. If you need dating coaching, email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave your name, your phone number, and whatever issue that you're facing in the dating space. I will do the assessment and get right back to you. And we can discuss the terms of the coaching. And then once we come to terms, then we'll set a date and time, and that's when the coaching will commence. There's been magical things happening on every coaching call. I encourage you to get your coaching. Your breakthroughs on the other side of it. And also, I'm still looking for 5 individuals who want the year-long mentorship from me, who want the more in-depth coaching, the more consistent coaching. And this is birthed from people getting coaching calls and they want something on a more consistent basis because they want to continue to elevate. And with this particular offering, the year-long mentorship program that the 5 individuals can sign up for, because I still have some slots available. We'll have multiple coaching calls throughout the week. You'll have unlimited access to me in whatever time, whatever situation that you're facing with any woman or just in life in general, you have access to me. You can pick that phone up and call me any time of the day. You will have my full access. That's why I can only take on 5 people. That's the only amount of bandwidth that I have to offer is 5 people. And we will meet up in person. We'll set it up, regardless of where you are, that we can meet up in person. We can go out in the field and talk to women, meet women in person. I can, critique you, coach you in person. This is very personal. And there's going to be some life coaching integrated into this as well. You're not going to want to miss out on this. I have a limited amount of slots. I'm only taking on 5 people. They're filling up, but we're almost there, so I still have some slots available. So you make sure you email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Of course, leave your name and your phone number, and just let me know that you're interested in the year-long mentorship program. Lastly, Matthew C. Horne Dating Coaching Community on the school network. I'm getting new members. I'm thankful to everyone who's signing up for my monthly coaching that I offer in my dating coaching community on the school network. Magical things are happening there. In that particular space, and with that dating coaching community, you're going to get 2 exclusive videos every week. Videos that are not on YouTube, but videos that are just exclusive to the elevation of the men in the community. You also get to get with me 1 hour a week. Everyone who's in the community, we have a weekly Zoom call on Mondays. And I have a monologue. I introduce a particular topic, and then everyone is able to correspond with me in real time on video about that particular topic, or you can ask me any questions about anything that's on your mind that you may be going through, anything that you have questions about, anything that's going to help you to have the breakthroughs that you're looking to experience. Join my school coaching community, Matthew C. Horne Dating Coaching Community. All of the links to sign up to this will be in the video description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Thank you all for spending some time with me tonight. I've thoroughly enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the new set. I'm going to keep tweaking it, but hey, this is what I have to offer so far, man. We're going to put that couch behind us. I listened to you all. You all wanted a more elevated look. You got it. I listen to you all. I value you all. I'm thankful for you all engaging with me. I'm thankful for you all subscribing to my channel. I take nothing for granted, and we're going to continue to all elevate together. But understand that your experiences should be neutral when it comes to these beautiful women. No woman is above you. When you fully inhale yourself and you understand the reality of her dating pool, that she doesn't get to meet and interact with women like you, you'll have a reverence and a value for yourself that makes you walk through life neutral, that makes you approach women in a neutral manner, that they have no more value than you have to offer them. And when you understand that you are a gift to women, then you understand the magnitude of the value that you have to offer to them. So that's when your perspective of yourself and your movements through the world become neutral. I'll see you all soon.